this video, I wanted to have a stream of consciousness moment. I've been pondering a lot on fandoms as a concept. Questions like, why is one fandom like a golden child but another like an entitled teen? Do certain fans have such entitlement that must lead to dehumanization of creators? And bonus, does a particular social platform prime certain reactions out of people? Let's dive into the truth about entitled fans. I think the answer to question number one is collective consciousness. Each fandom is essentially a group of people all in one energetic bubble. So they are vibrating at the same frequency and having similar thought patterns. Our creative vibes efficient to explore how stories vibration can come about from the creator and wherever they get the idea from. I believe all stories have a signature vibration and the people who connect to it are all on the same frequency. That is when you get a fandom. And as we know with frequencies, certain genres and people are attracted to one thing because they have like-minded either thoughts, actions, etc. But let's talk about thought patterns in particular. If you're the kind of person with primarily negative thought patterns, then you can make a hit story, but you might get the meanest fandom in the world. As great as your book, film, or whatever is, success didn't say anything about healing. People are a reflection of yourself at all times, whether you realize it or not. So creating without self-reflection can birth a negative fandom. But let's take this a step further. Let's say you mix a negative energy with a story about heroes. Heroes are naturally good, but it's always their unhealed mindset and trauma that caused disorganized self-righteousness, which everyone has to pay for until the hero self-actualizes. Now imagine if a creator has negative energy on top of tackling a hero story. The audience attracted will also experience this disorganization within themselves, but also will have this self-righteousness too. For example, think of stories like My Hero. It comes as no surprise when the fandom acts like a mob under the disguise of I'm the only one who knows what's best, damn everyone else. Impossible demands, death threats, and exposing will always follow this. What usually ends up happening in that situation is a creator will make a statement to lead the fandom back to the right path, just like a hero would experience when a mentor or something would come up that makes them be like, you know what, I can't abandon my destiny. And think about the kind of comments you see when that happens. The people go through a self-transformation too, just like the hero. It can happen in a positive sense too. And negative energy doesn't have to mean equal. Now, let's answer the second question. Entitlement is always a sign of lack and an act of desperation. The progression of a story is ultimately personal to its creator. Although a story can provide endless amounts of value and impact, the audience doesn't own or create it themselves. They're just experiencing it and alchemizing that energy. So when something happens in the story that people don't like, enslavement through cyberbullying is never the answer. But why is that always the go? I think people personally feel wronged. And what happens when you're wronged? I like to think of my favorite comic book character, the Punisher, who is a prime example of when something was taken from you and you're not in lack, what is the first thing you do? You try your hardest to go get it back. And that was a bar. But in all seriousness, in a desperate attempt to gain again whatever they feel was taken from them, distasteful cyber backlash is always the weapon of choice, and sometimes this doesn't stay online. This is how you get creators who have stalkers, their families are getting these threats or they're being stalked. But guys, let me know what you think about fandoms, because I don't think this is something that has to continue to happen the way that it happens. I think as I develop vibes of fiction, media literacy becomes not only just more prevalent in practice, but also people can know thyself in every sense of the word. But here's the finished piece. This is just some food for thought. And if you like this, Activate is also available in 2 different ways. The way you're seeing it now and another version. It's on my Redbubble now. And thank you for watching. Comment your answers to the 3 questions.